Good morning, children. Today we are going to study civics. The name of the lesson is Achieving Equality. Children, let us learn the learning objectives first. Okay? Learning objectives. To know the meanings of prejudice and stereotypes. To understand discrimination and inequality. And to become aware of the negative consequences of discrimination. Children, you know that we are living in a society. It comprises people from various social groups. They are different in many ways. We are different in our clothes, language, food, etc. We believe that unity and diversity. So, we should have been living peacefully even though we have so many differences. Sometimes this diversity is not accepted by us. People will have opinion about the other groups and this leads to tension in the society. These opinions are often prejudiced. Let us go to study what is prejudice. Prejudice means to judge other people in a negative or inferior manner without knowing much about them. It happens when people have false beliefs and ideas. Prejudice, if we split that word, means it gives pre and judge. That means before you start mingle with one person, you will decide about their character. Is it clear, children? The word prejudice refers to prejudgment. Prejudice can be based on many things. There are so many varieties of prejudice. The types of prejudice are gender prejudice, racial prejudice, class prejudice, disability prejudice, and etc. For example, urban people are more civilized than rural people in attitudes and behavior is one such prejudice. Now let us go to study the reason for this prejudice. Number 1. Socialization. Socialization is nothing but the activity of mixing socially with others. Number 2. Conforming behavior. Number 3. Economic benefits. Fourth one. Authoritarian personality. Number 5. Ethnocentrism. That means it is a belief that one's culture is superior than that of others. That is called ethnocentrism. Number 6, group closure. Number 7, conflicts. Conflicts means different opinions among the people. So these are the 7 factors will be the reason for the causes of prejudice. Do you understand, children? Next we go to study what are stereotypes. When prejudice gets stronger, it develops into a stereotype. Children, stereotype is a false view or idea about something. I will explain the stereotypes with an example, children. Listen carefully. Raghu was a boy and he was hit in his eye with a soft ball. So he started crying. But the other boy seeing this and started laughing at him. There was another boy called Mani. He felt very sad for this, but he also started laughing with others. Do you understand why? What we can understand from this? We are all having a general opinion that girls only will cry and boys do not cry, isn't it? This is what called stereotype. Is it clear, children? Gender-based stereotypes are often portrayed in films, advertisements, and TV serials. Almost all the advertisements related to detergents, washing machines, dishwashers, and others show a woman as the main lead or user of that product. On the other hand, all the stunts shown in a bike advertisement is performed by ferocious looking men. This is what called gender based stereotypes. Okay. Now let us go to study what is inequality and what is discrimination. Inequality means difference in treatment. There are many types of inequality. They are caste inequality, religious inequality, race inequality, and gender inequality. In the same way, discrimination also there. Discrimination can be defined as negative actions towards people. Okay. There are so many types of discrimination. They are caste discrimination, gender discrimination, religious discrimination, and socio-economic discrimination. Let us go to study one by one clearly. Okay, children? Let us go to study first caste discrimination. In India, there are so many castes. Some of the castes were treated superior and some of the castes were treated inferior. This is what called caste discrimination. Caste system is the most dominant reason for inequality and discrimination in India. In the beginning, the society was divided into different groups on the basis of occupation that was called Varnas. Many people in India have fought against this caste oppression. The most prominent among them was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He belonged to a such depressed family and suffered discrimination. Throughout his childhood, he fought actively for equality among the citizens of India. Let us go to see next gender discrimination. Gender means difference between male and female, girl and boy. Is it clear, children? Gender discrimination refers to health, education, economic and political inequalities between men and women in India. For example, a girl is not allowed to go to college after finishing her schooling. On those times, girls were not allowed to go for higher education. Do you know that? It is called gender discrimination. Similarly, most of the girls are not allowed to select a career of their choice. Rather, they are forced into marriage. The girls were not allowed to go for higher studies. The parents would force them to get married. In some families, girls are not allowed to wear modern dresses, while boys in such families often wear modern dresses. This is what called gender discrimination, the difference between men and women. Is it clear, children? Let us go to see the third discrimination, that is called religious discrimination. Religious is nothing but we know Hindu, Muslim, Christian. Among them, the differentiation that is called religious discrimination. Let us see now. Religious discrimination is unequal treatment of an individual or group based on their beliefs. Religious discrimination has been around for a long time. There have been problems between people of different religions of thousands of years. We have studied about that Hindu-Muslim fight also. Some people are not allowed to enter in public places, especially the places of worship, because they belong to another religion. Some religious people often end up in conflict with each other because of their rituals and way of life. I hope you would have understood, children. Let us go to see the last one, socio-economic inequality. In the socio-economic field, the benefits of growth have not been spread evenly. However, the income inequality is much higher than the inequality in human development. For example, we can say this. In rural areas, the farmers, even though they do hard work, they yield very less money only they get. But in urban areas, the people's lifestyle will be very high. This is what called the socio-economic inequality. The low income districts are associated with low industrial development, low agricultural productivity, and low human development. Similarly, the districts with literacy rate are found to be with lowest sex ratio also. Children, let us study one. Do you know? End of apartheid. After 27 years in prison, former South African President Nelson Mandela was freed in 1990 and successfully achieved the end of apartheid in South Africa, bringing peace to a racially divided country and leading the fight for human rights around the world. In the picture you can see him. What is called apartheid? Apartheid means treating black-skinned people differently. The white people were dominating the black-skinned people in South Africa. For that only he fought. Because of that only he was in the prison. For how many years? 27 years. At last he succeeded. Now children, let us study about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar is popularly known as Baba Saheb. He was an Indian jurist, economist, politician and social reformer. He earned his MA in 1915 and then obtained a DSc at the London School of Economics before being awarded PhD by Columbia University in 1927. He served as the chairman of drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly and hence he regarded as the father of Indian Constitution. So he was called the father of Indian Constitution. He was independent India's first law minister also. He was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1990. He was awarded what? Bharat Ratna. In which year? 1990. Now let us go to study the remedial measures for abolishing inequality and discrimination. What is abolishing? Abolishing means to remove this inequality and discrimination in our country. What are the ways are there? Let us go to see. Okay. Number 1. Wider access to quality basic services like healthcare and education for all. Number 2. Be aware of current gender bias. Number 3. Make women more visible in public life and institution to eradicate gender disparity. The woman must be given more chance to show their ability. Number 4. Be open to learning about other religions. We should be open-hearted to learn about other religions also, so that we can remove religious discrimination. Is it clear, children? We have to accept all the religions also. Number 5. Promoting community dining in the classroom may help the students to sit together without any bias of caste, religion or gender. Inside the classroom, the student must be allowed to sit together so that they will not be fight because of the caste or religion or gender also. Okay. 6. Socialize with people of all types outside the home. We have to mix with all the types of people outside our house. Okay. Number 7. Effective implementation of laws. We have to follow the rules and laws of the country properly. That is the thing we required. If we follow all this method, we can surely remove the inequality and discrimination among the people. Is it clear, children? Now, at last we go to study about the Constitution of India and equality. What is Constitution, children? Constitution is nothing but it is a set of rules and regulations guiding the administration of a country. It is a written record. Article 14 of the Constitution of India provides equality before the law or equal protection within the territory of India and prohibits the unreasonable discrimination between persons. Our Constitution says ours is a land of diversity. Therefore, equality has to be ensured for all. The different kinds of freedom are freedom to follow their religion, speak their language, celebrate their festivals, and express their views freely. The Constitution is a legal framework of rules and regulations by which a nation would function. Equality is where untouchability is seen as a crime. In India, as per the Article 17 of the Indian Constitution, untouchability is totally abolished and its any form is forbidden. Even today, different types of discrimination are reported across the country. Women, peasants, tribes, and people from lower social classes are still striving for equality in India. Striving means fighting for the equality in our country. Still that inequality is there. So we have to remove that. Is it clear? That is what in this lesson, children. I hope you would have understand the lesson. See you. Bye.